Hello everyone, welcome back. I haven't made a video in a while, but this brakes were going to go on my E46 330i. Unfortunately, it's a fail. And the reason it's a fail is because these are 986 calibers, not the 996. And I thought I could get the 996. I could get the 986 front calibers to fit. Nobody's ever done it, and I thought you could, and technically you can, because these come on the base Boxer with the smaller engine, and not the Boxer S. The Boxer S has the 996 calibers, so a lot of base Boxers swap these to get the Boxer S, which are bigger, the 996 calibers from the 911. And all they do is get the new brake calibers and the new obviously brake pads and the bigger rotor. So this comes on with the 299 millimeters by 24, and the Boxer S is the 318 millimeters by 28, and it's a direct swap for the Boxers, and the spacing here is the same, and the hat height for both of the Boxers are exactly the same. So I figured I could get these, these calibers with the Rally Road brackets, installed. It won't be a big deal. And again, technically you can, but these are the issues that I came up with. So one of the issues is that the brake pad. So this is the 996 brake pad. This is from the 986 front caliper, and these are for the rear. So these for both the Boxer S and the base Boxers is the same brake pad, same part number. So when we do the upgrade for the E46, we get the front brake pads from the base model from these calibers. These belong here for the front, and these belong here for the rears. So these brake pads, either the Boxer base or the Boxer S, it's the same brake pad. Now for the front, it's different. So in order for the E46, what we do is we get these rear brake pads, calibers and we install these in order to get the entire contact patch of the rotor. So these go here. We use these. Now I ordered the 996 calibers brake pad, and I thought I could fit them in here, and you can't. I'll show you. There you go. So it's too big. And what I mean by technically I can get them to fit, and technically we can use them. What I mean by technically is that I could either open this up, remove a little bit of material. I need maybe about 1 millimeter from here and 1 millimeter from here, or maybe 1.5 millimeters, 1.5 millimeters. Or I could remove a little bit of material here. And I've measured exactly here, and it's about 121 millimeters. And then the measurement from here is exactly the same. So in order for it to fit, we just need to remove a little bit of material. So this is what I mean that it can technically make it fit. And also, what I mean by technically is because instead of using these brake pads, I can use these. The ones that come with stock. And use that. And you can use them, but not with the M3 rotors. So what I have in this box is E46 M3 rotors. They're 325 by 28 millimeters. And they won't fit, because even if you install these calibers, the ones that belong up here, Let's say you get brand new brake pads. You install them here. All right, nice. But the brake pads are about 15.5 millimeters thick. Now, if you measure them right here, they're thick. They're 15.5 millimeters thick. So when you get these and you try to put in the M3 rotor, there's not enough space here. The 28 millimeter rotor will not fit. You'll need to remove about 1 millimeter of each material from the 1 millimeter from each side from these brake pads. All right. Now, if we try let's say we widen this up and we try to use these brake pads. These brand new, they're 17 millimeters. So that means I would need to remove about 2 millimeters from the brake pad. That means, if I use the M3 rotor, Now, again, when I'm saying technically it can fit, means if I use the stock 330i rotors, which are 325 by 25 millimeters. And those are narrow enough to fit. Because again, the base boxer comes with 24 millimeters thick. So the 25, it will fit. Even with maybe not with this brake pad. I'll probably need to remove material. But with the ones that come stock, like these calipers here, let's put this back. Come on. Sorry, just got one hand. Okay. So if we were to use these brake pads, it'll fit. And we can use these, widen this up. May remove some material from here to match these. Because again, this is 17 millimeters. And these are brand new. And these brand new are 15.5 millimeters. And they'll definitely fit with the stock 330i rotors. Now the only issue it's there if we use these brake pads, it's going to be the contact height. So if we use these, then we're not going on either rotor, whether it be the M3 rotor or the 330i rotors, is that we're not going to engage a lot of the contact patch of the rotor. So there'll maybe be like about 5 millimeters of the rotor not engaging, versus this one covers the entire contact patch of the face of the rotor. So like I said, we could make them fit, and I was going to grind this up, make a little bit of room, shape it up correctly. But once I couldn't fit the rotor in, that's when I decided to change plans. Now, if I was going to get because I wanted to try it, I was going to get maybe just the rear rotors and then use my stock rotors to see if it fit. But I got M3 rotors thinking it would fit. And financially, it doesn't make sense for me to send them out. Like, the cost for shipping these out won't be worth it. So that's what I mean, it's a fail. And that's what I mean that technically it can also fit. So at the moment, I'm going to be selling this. It might take me a while to sell these rotors. Like, I've sold stuff on eBay, even at a great price. I don't want to give them away, but I want to recoup my money. And I got a good deal on it. So, I'll sell them for a good deal as well. As my goal is not to make money, but just to recoup my money. So I'll let them go for a good deal. A lot of the VW guys and the Honda use these as a brake upgrade. And I did pay money to sandblast them. So we'll see how I'm pretty sure it's going to take me, like I said, I've sold stuff and it's taken me a long time to sell them on eBay, Facebook. So I'll say maybe it'll take me 6 months to probably get rid of these. So I will still try to show you that it goes over the rotor. But changing plans, I got a good deal on rebuild 135i calipers. So I'm getting some new calipers, should be arriving this week. I got on their powder coated silver and their rebuild, and they have the new a lot of the 135i calipers have aluminum piston with the ceramic caps on top, and they melt. So the ones that I got have the upgraded aluminum pistons, so that's a plus. And like I said, I got a good deal on it, so that's why I decided to move on. If I didn't get a good deal, I would have probably just gone with Porsche still. Maybe not these, but gotten the S and see if these to show that these work. So like I said, it might take me a while to sell these, and I will show you how it goes on that you can still use these. But I don't wanna. I started to remove a little bit of material, but not enough. I think I just pretty much just sand, not even a millimeter I removed. I removed pretty much nothing, just pretty much just sanded down a little bit. So can they still fit? Yes. But like I said, you have to use these rotors and it won't engage the entire contact pass. You cannot use the M3 rotors. If you want to, you can, but you have to remove some material from the brake pad. And you can use these, but you have to remove material from here to make it fit. And that's about it. So technically it's a fail, but I'm pretty sure it can still fit. I might show you guys, if it does take me a while to sell these, I might show you. And I might actually just get some 996 calipers as well. If I can get a good deal on them. I should have. Somebody was selling on Facebook Marketplace. They were selling the front from the Caliber S for $250. And I was going to get them, but I thought, no, these will fit. I'll stick to my project. And that was a big mistake. I should have just gotten those calipers for $250 and show you guys the difference, and then probably sell these for $250 just to make it equal. Get a good deal on my brake calipers, and then sell these for a good deal to somebody else. Now let's go with the back. The back, we'll see. These are also, they're cheaper to get to. The backs are way cheaper to get versus any front. Like even these fronts are expensive from the regular base 996 calibers. They're expensive too, as well as the 996 calibers. They're pretty pricey. But the rears, you can get them really inexpensive. Sometimes $75 each. I've seen them on there. $100. Some people want a lot, but you can get them for sure under $300. These the rear ones. And what I want to show you is that these calibers on the base Boxer and the Boxer S is the exact same caliber. It has the exact same part number, which is, where is it at? There you go. 996352421. And that's the exact same part number that's on the Boxer S. So whether it's the base Boxer or Boxer S, the calibers are exactly the same. And somebody did a video showing you that they're exactly the same. That the only difference might be the way these little pins are. It might be bigger on the Boxer S. And I wouldn't know how you can. I don't know how you would remove this. What tool you would need to kind of open this up. But I measured this, and I believe I measured 24 or 25 millimeters. 24, 25 millimeters. And the Boxer S is 24 millimeters. So we'll see if they fit. Everybody says that you need 996 calibers and not the base Boxer, but again, it's the same part number. So maybe it's another fail. I'm going to be ordering the brackets from Rally Road for the rears. And I'll do another video about my 135i calipers when they get here. Like I said, I got a good price. They're powder coated silver, so I'm not sure if I'll go keep the silver, because I'm either going to go red or yellow. So until next time, I'll keep you updated with these brake upgrades. You know, if anybody interested in buying these for their Hondas or their VWs, shoot me a message on Facebook. I mean, show me a message on YouTube. I do have them listed on eBay. I'm selling them for $350. Like I said, they're in pretty good condition. Oh, one more thing. They are in pretty good condition. I did have them sandblasted. What I would recommend would be these, you know, they don't look that great. You know, probably replace these. And then one of these lines is rounded. Yeah, this one here is rounded. Same on the other caliper. This one here is rounded. And what I was trying to do was I was trying to remove these so I can paint the calipers and not paint over the lines. I know most people still paint over the lines, and I didn't want that. I wanted to take these off and paint the calipers without painting the lines. And well, unfortunately, that was a no, since this got rounded. So it still works. Can paint over it or buy new ones. I'm not sure how you would take this out, but I'm not gonna deal with that anymore. This one does come out, and these nipples, you can take them out. They're not seized or anything either. Now for the rear, I thought I was gonna end the video, but still more information on the rears. You have to switch. Some people don't do it, but these go on this. So I switched them around. Let's go right here. So on the calipers, I switched these technically go over here. Has the little groove where it goes. Little groove on there. So I switched them around. I put the bleeders were right here, and I moved them around. And the reason you need to do that is because the little piston needs to be on the bottom of wherever the rotor is going. So I'll show you. Let me go over here. Put some light. Alright. Sorry about this. So let's take a look at my E90 right here. My E90 here. So on the E46, the caliper is mounted back here. On the E90 is mounted right here. So since it's mounted right here, the rotor rotates like this. So the small piston needs to engage first. So that's why we switch them. So this one would mount here. This one would be on this side. On the E46, it mounts back here. And you can see the little piston engages first. So that's why you need to move the bleeders on top. Now if you were mounting them to an E90, which the calipers would be like this, you would leave them as this. Because, like I said, since it's over here, the rotor needs to be on the bottom, because when it spins, it engages. It needs to go the rotation of the rotor. And on the E90, if you were mounted here, it needs to engage the little piston first, so the piston would need to be on top versus the bottom. So if you're mounting these on the E90, they would need to go like this, so you would have left the lines where they were. Okay, that's it for now. Guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully this was, very informative. If you have any questions, just let me know. But I'll keep you posted when I get my new calipers on. Not on, but when my new calipers arrive. They should be arriving this week. Alright, thanks for watching. Until next time.